If it's not about the money, then who's better, you or Splashy?
I'm kind of the opposite personality of Splashy, so I'm going to just leave it with we're both tough. Y'all just might as well add me to y'all Mount Rushmore.
Hey, talk your talk. Hey, talk your talk, man.
Are you ready for more Season 5 events? This weekend, aboard the Concha Del Mar and in the city, if you want double XP, the Wreck is the place to be. Next weekend, the Concha Del Mar has an all-new event, Sink or Swim. If you thought the aquarium in 2K16 was cool, wait until you see this. Play 5-on-5 games on the brand new aquarium court as you compete for 3 tiers of rewards. In the city, it's Rival Day, where all 4 affiliations will battle for the Season 5 championship. So whether you're a Knight, Viper, Wildcat, or Beast, I better see you out there. But that's about it for me. Get out there and get to level 40.
Welcome to this new episode of NBA 2K TV.
Since last week's episode, 2 of our community members are $200,000 richer.
Yes, with the My Team Unlimited tournaments wrapped, we now have 2 champions, and in case you missed any of the action, don't worry, we're recapping the highlights this week.
And stay tuned because we have the post-game interviews with the winners. Let's get started. First up, here's the Last Gen Championship.
The My Team Unlimited Championship Finals started with Last Gen, as Swaggy P. Holmes looked to defeat last year's runner-up, Eyeball Splash. With $200,000 on the line, Game 1 started off with both players getting a feel for each other. Splash hit a 3 with Chris Mullen to take a 2-point lead, but Swaggy P. Holmes countered with a 3 of his own with Jalen Rose. They ended the first quarter with Splash leading 14-11. In the second quarter, Splash was ready to take control of the game. After a Cedric Maxwell 3, Splash took a 22-15 lead. Swaggy P. Holmes said, "Not on my watch." After getting an Anthony Davis dunk and a Kevin Garnett offensive rebound putback, Swaggy tied the game at 25. Splash responded with a "yes" on your watch. Splash would steal the ball with Cedric Maxwell and hit a three to take a 31-25 lead at the half.
It was tied, and all of a sudden you're down by 6 when you blink.
In the third quarter, Swaggy P. Holmes fought his way back, hitting a three with Kevin Garnett to make it a 1-point game, trailing 30-31. But Splash turned it up a notch to blow the game wide open, after splashing three after three after three, while Swaggy P. Holmes struggled to score. Splash took a 54-39 lead heading into the fourth.
Outscored him 29-14.
Wow.
In the third.
Splash ended up winning game one 65-47 and one game closer to winning the $200,000.
Splash takes game one. Woo! By a big margin of victory.
In game two, Swaggy P. Holmes locked in on the offensive side of the ball to keep pace with Splash. In the second quarter, Swaggy caught fire with Jalen Rose and hit back-to-back threes for an 18-16 lead. After getting a defensive stop, Swaggy hit a mid-range jumper with Lonzo Ball to go up 4. But Splash replied with a mid-range jumper by Chris Mullin to cut the deficit to 3 at 20-23. To close out the first half, Swaggy took it up strong to the rack with Kobe to take a 25-20 lead at the half.
It's halftime now. Let's talk about the changes that Swaggy has made
Not giving
in
the
this
three?
game.
Yeah, he's not giving up the three.
To start the third, Swaggy upped his defensive intensity with a Lonzo Ball steal and a Kevin Garnett block. Speaking of Garnett, Swaggy hit a three with him and another Kobe dunk to take a double-digit lead of 30-20. But then, Splash went on one of his typical runs. A David Robinson layup evened up the score at 32 and capped his 13-0 run with a Giannis three to take his first lead since the start of the second quarter, 35-30. With 1.9 seconds left in the third, it was a long inbound pass to Wilt Chamberlain for the dunk that gave Splash a 39-37 lead.
Brutal. Backbreaker.
We've got 1 quarter left.
A beautiful evening in downtown Memphis, Tennessee. Our setting tonight, the FedEx Forum. Hi, everyone. Time to get into it. NBA action on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, giving us the rundown from the sideline courtside, David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Good evening to you, Kevin. Donovan Mitchell is precocious beyond his years. He says, I lead a lot using my voice. It's natural for me. And Coach Quinn Snyder said, the way Donovan carries himself is infectious. There's an innocence to the way he plays. He's not showboating, he's just smiling. He loves to compete. Guys?
I love his personality. That was a great story, Dave. Thank you. And checking out Utah's opening lineup, Conley is the point with Mitchell as the 2 guard. Rudy Gobert is out there with Bogdanovich. And it's O'Neal in at the small. Forward. And for the Grizzlies, Jackson is out there with MP. Then there's John Morant. Then there's Dylan Brooks. And it's Bane in at the 2. And the Jazz start out with the ball. Now Conley. There's O'Neal with the three. And the rebound by Jaren Jackson. Brooks with no one around. Off target from outside. And it's Conley with the ball for the Utah Jazz. Their last game, a win against San Antonio, looking to carry that into this one.
Well, it's easy to score when you're facing very little resistance. That's why their offense looks so good in that one.
Well, give them some credit for taking advantage of a weak defense and capitalizing on every mistake.
Jackson, and denied. He sends it right off the glass. Here's Mitchell, and then Mitchell with the dunk.
There's a reason Mike Conley's teammates love playing with him. If you're open, I promise he'll find you.
And one thing you hear again and again about Mitchell is leadership, especially for a young player, is striking.
Well, coaches and teammates all agree. He's a natural-born leader, comfortable using his voice, but at the same time, it's all about the team with Donovan.
Mitchell passes to Gobert. Mitchell with it. He had a 33-point outing in their last game against San Antonio.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Here's Brooks. Good, and the assist goes to MP.
Inside, outside, mid-range, Brooks has the accuracy to make whatever look he gets work for him.
Here's Mitchell. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by MP. And now let's revisit that exceptional mobile one block.
And right out of the gate, trying to set the tone defensively, you gotta love that energy.
Here's Conley. For Memphis, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. MP against Gobert. Here's Jackson. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
And that is quickly becoming Jackson's domain. He's such a strong finisher in the paint.
Now here is Conley. 11-point game his last outing. From outside the arc. It's rebounded by Memphis. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Utah.
And here we go. The first in what will be a 3-game season series between the two teams.
You know, right out of the gates, one team gets a lead with the head-to-head advantage, bragging rights, if you will, over the other. And tonight, it starts.
And Jackson gets it to go.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Here's Conley. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game. He dishes it to Mitchell. They need this. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
Well, the defense so concerned about the dribble drive ability of Donovan Mitchell, but boy, you better contest as well.
Bain passes to Morant. Down low. Here's Jackson. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. 6 points for Jaren Jackson.
He is now 3 for 4 to start this game. Clearly, the confidence is already building.
Timeout is called, first of the game for the Jazz.
And coming out of high school, John Morant said he was a no-star recruit. One reason he may have been overlooked was his small-town upbringing, growing up in Dalzell, South Carolina.
So Utah ends up going with the new group. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. And the foul called on MP. That is his first foul of the game. 1:32 left to play in the first quarter. Gay with no one around. And a little luck that time, but it drops. And even though he played on an AAU team with Zion Williamson, scouts, Greg, were looking right past John Morant.
And didn't get a lot of offers at first. After 2 years at Murray State, he joined Steph Curry and Damian Lillard as another star point guard out of a mid-major program. And to this day, he carries that underdog chip on his shoulder.
Now, here's MP. Jordan Clarkson missing his last shot. And they pick up 2. MP's got his second basket.
Man, I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Clarkson dishes to Gay. Childress the pass to Clarkson. There's 45 seconds left to play here in the first. The 11-footer. That one misses. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Passes to MP. And stolen by Gay. Here's Childress.
Look at the space he had on that one, though. There's an obvious speed mismatch between the two.
Morant passes to MP. Down it goes for his third basket in as many trials.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Clarkson outside. It's good.
Well, very difficult to guard the floater. Jordan Clarkson, nicely done.
With 1 on the clock. That one no good. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Grizzlies lead by 1. Live from the FedEx Forum, you're watching 2K Sports. Well, Donovan Mitchell may get the spotlight, but he understands that he rises and falls with his team.
At the end of the day, I'm here to play basketball and be the best teammate and best player that I can be. I'm not trying to make this about me. This is team basketball. At the end of the day, we're doing good things, and we just got to keep it up.
Mitchell is well liked, has a humility about him, Greg, despite his all-star status.
Hasn't let the endorsements or signature shoe deal go to his head. This guy sees the bigger picture.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And taking a look at the Grizzlies' performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So the Grizzlies 5 right now. Dylan Brooks out there with MP. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic. Then it's Morant. And it's Bane in a shooting guard. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Rockets was terrific. He had 42 points, and there was no answer for him all game long. It looked like he got whatever shot he wanted out there. His numbers were off the charts. He was unguardable, and he knew it. And he took advantage of it. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David, thanks. It's going to be interesting to see how he follows up that performance.
Yeah, he was the driving force behind that victory, but each night comes with different challenges.
What you love about this guy, though, is even when the defense adjusts to what he's doing,
He's here for the Grizzlies. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Nurkic. Jackson comes in for Clark. And MP subbed in for Bane. To the middle, here's O'Neal. He can't get that one to fall. Good defense by MP. And he gets the bucket. MP's got the lead up to 8 now for the Grizzlies.
And how about the burst in that first step, just right to the rim.
1:30 left in the first half. Conley into the lane. And the rejection by MP.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Left side, Ibaka. Morant outside. Memphis moving that ball around. O'Neal with it. Now defended by MP. And Bogdanovich kicks to Conley. 58 seconds left to play here in the half. Shot clock at 5. Near the three-point line, it's Mitchell. No good, and he's 3 of 6 from the floor. MP deciding where to go with it. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Outside Conley. O'Neal passes to Mitchell. 24 seconds left in the second quarter. It's stolen by Gobert. On the wing, Mitchell. Guarded by Morant. The shot by Mitchell, no good.
Oh, just incredible, that spin. Shook him loose from the defender, but he just couldn't gather his balance there to follow through with the shot.
He got it up. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so that brings the first half to a close. Grizzlies out in front, up 10. And we'll be back right after this. And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. Guys, Ja Morant has been sensational.
And the way he goes at defenders, he is bound to get to the line just like he did there in that first half.
I have to love his tenacity. This guy stays in attack mode, makes defenders work, tries to keep them off balance.
Taking a look at the Jazz. Conley is the point with Mitchell as the 2 guard. O'Neal is out there at Bogdanovich. And it's Gobert in at the center, filling out the middle. Now, here's Morant for 3. Kept alive. Tries again. And that's 2 points on the layup. And 12 points for MP.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
O'Neal passes to Mitchell. Poke loose and out of bounds as Memphis gains possession. One thing that stands out about Royce O'Neal, Doris, his versatility as a switchable defender.
No, this guy is elite on the defensive end. 6'4", 225 with a 6'10" wingspan. And the thing you love is he can affect shots even when he's guarding guys that have more size than him. This guy is tremendous defensively.
Bogdanovich against MP. Morant drives in. Gobert with the block.
This is Gobert's specialty. Twice on the pipes from the Stifle Tower. All right, time now to pick it up. You're 1 for 4, and you certainly don't want to give your opponent momentum.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis.
Louder section wants a team player.
for the Grizzlies. The Jazz also changing it up. Eric Pascal, he's checked in for Bogdanovich. Gay comes in for Mitchell. And Jordan McLaughlin subbed in for Mike Conley. Here's MP. Jackson trying to break free. And he banks in the layup. MP's got the lead up to 12 now for the Grizzlies. Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. Clarkson taking his time here. Looking for Gobert. He gets it there. An emphatic LU jam.
Well, spectacular athleticism from the 7-foot center Gobert. Wow.
MP left side. A shot from the low post is good. MP's got 6 in the quarter.
Well, the advantage they have right now is largely based on his play. What an outstanding night.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Rudy Gobert may get overlooked, but his coach understands what he means to the Utah Jazz. Quinn Snyder says his presence on the floor gives us a chance. He's our most important player as far as how he anchors our team. He's the foundation. And Kevin, the way they win games, that's saying something.
He is a Defensive Player of the Year multiple times. Phenomenal player. Thanks, D.A. Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile one block we just saw on replay.
And guys, they'll think twice about attempting that shot again. That was a big-time rejection.
Memphis leading by 14. Payne for 3. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. Payne's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Yeah, they're rolling right now. That lead continues to grow.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
MP against Clarkson. Here's MP. That shot is off. So Utah will take it the other way. It drops. That's his 9th field goal of the contest. A blistering hot 9 for 11.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Utah calls timeout. And so many teams looking to space the floor. Greg, how many non-shooters can you play and still have a good offense?
Well, I think most teams go 4 out, meaning you got to have at least 4 guys that are a threat on the perimeter, keeping a vertical spacer at that dunker spot. But if your dunker can also shoot, man, that puts even more pressure on the defense.
Checked in for Jackson. The Jazz also changing it up. Childress is checked in, and it's Mitchell in for Jordan McLaughlin. Pascal finds Clarkson. Now Mitchell, guarded by Morant. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Mitchell's got 9 points.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
And what a great addition to the second unit up in Salt Lake with the Utah Jazz doors. Jordan Clarkson has really fit right in.
Well, he's fit in between the lines, and as importantly, he is so beloved in the locker room. This guy gets along with everybody on the team, and their time bonding in the Orlando bubble, I think, really just allowed him to come out of his shell. Just a genuine guy, and we know chemistry matters.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Clark, the pass to MP. There's 38 seconds left here in the third quarter. And it's good. Looking quite sharp with 10 of 12 shooting tonight.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
To the inside. Game. Can't connect from short range.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
Jazz foul. That's his second personal foul for his team foul.
Memphis shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good, MP. And Utah making a change here. And both free throws good for MP. We've got 13 seconds left in the third. And here is Mitchell. Pulls up. That shot missing.
And all you got to do is look at the rebounding margin as to why they hold the lead.
Well, they've absolutely dominated that category in this one, and it's reflected in the score.
And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. Grizzlies out in front as they end the third quarter with an energy burst, a 19-6 run. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
Well, having multiple playmakers on the floor makes you a much tougher team to defend.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. The guard pair, it's Morant and Brooks. Then it's MP. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic, and it's Tillman in at the 4. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies. 6 to shoot. And it's Bogdanovich in the corner. No good with the triple. And the Grizzlies leading by 23. MP finds Morant. Here's MP. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. Morant's got his 7th assist here tonight.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
O'Neal passes to Mitchell. There's the drive. Tillman grabs the miss. Memphis has gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Here's MP, and the layup is good. MP's got 16 here in the second half.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Ball's knocked loose. Nurkic with it. Conley picks him up. Pass to Morant. Great pass to set up the lay-in. And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Grizzlies.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. They've been in attack mode on the defensive end.
And you also have to give credit to them for their shot blocking. They've had a ton of rejections in this ballgame.
Bogdanovich wide open. Good on the three-point shot.
Well, Bojan Bogdanovich, simply stated, has become a knockdown.
Brooks, the pass to Morant. MP, left side. Well, Greg, for those of us who have never played in the league, what's it like traveling all over the country over the course of a long regular season?
Come on, Kevin. I bet you had a nice J back in the day. But seriously, it's a whirlwind tour, man. Sometimes you don't even know what city you wake up in. And I can tell you there have been many times where I've going back to the front desk complaining because my key didn't work, and only to find out I was using the wrong key. They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
And it's Brooks in the corner. Mitchell against MP. Chalk up two there. MP's got 30.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Conley. That's his first foul.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
Catching up on the changes for Memphis. Steven Adams, he's just...
Substitution on the court.
MP outside. Williams in the post. So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.